Many people say that the Dubai real estate market has entered a new phase and is actively changing. But there is one thing that remains unchanged. No matter the market cycle, many people will make investment mistakes and invest in the wrong properties. So to help anyone who's looking to buy in Dubai, I decided to share my own take on what are the best investment opportunities in Dubai real estate right now, across all budget tiers, all based on our analysis of more than 1 million Dubai real estate transactions. Starting with the first tier, $3 million or 10 million dirhams plus. And historically, the strongest investment opportunities in this budget tier were in commercial real estate space, and they are still there. But isn't it stupid? Who needs offices in Dubai when we have a situation like that, right? But let's filter out the global media BS and look at the facts. First, many companies increase their presence in the region, and in Dubai in particular. Some of them are opening up new offices. Some of them are hiring more people. You can Google them. There are many cases like that. Over the last few months, offices proved to be much more resilient than residential real estate. Prices didn't fall. Sales prices remained the same. Rental prices remained the same. Both new rents and renewals. Total rental volume for offices, new and renewed contracts combined, went down by roughly 15% since the conflict started. Apartments in comparison saw a 25% drop. So overall, offices are still doing pretty great, but there are certain segments that are performing better than others. And I wouldn't invest in anything that is lower than grade A level. Grade A offices are modern towers with fast elevators, proper lobbies, pre-installed fiber connectivity, proper building management. So grade A offices are the types of offices that corporations go for. And the thing is that they're undersupplied in Dubai. 5 years ago, grade A offices had a vacancy rates of around 15%. Now, only 3% of grade A offices are free. So almost all of them occupied. They were growing in value as fast as villas. Rental rates increased by 70% since 5 years ago. So when the downturn situation happens, grade A offices win the competition against other types of offices in Dubai. But there has always been one problem with that. Budget threshold was pretty high. However, there is a new project that lowers the entry bar and is gonna be the strongest office concept in Dubai. It'll be located in Motor City. And Motor City is kind of a weird location for real estate investment, right? But I'm not telling you to live there. Think about it as a commercial area. It's pretty close to key residential communities of Dubai. Think where top managers live. Emirates Hills, Jumeirah Islands, Jebel Al Ghaf maybe, Dubai Hills, Jumeirah Golf Estates. All these places are 10 to 15 minutes away from Motor City. Then, affordable residential hubs. GVC and Arjan are 10 minutes away. Marina and GLT are roughly 15 to 20 minutes away. Downtown is 25 minutes away, so Motor City is pretty close to everything. And now, an average office in Motor City has a 95% occupancy rate. And those offices, they're not good. They're not even remotely close to grade A offices. I've been there myself, and I don't think that they're great places to work in. So even if we take the current rental rates for offices available in Motor City and compare it to the prices of this new project I'm gonna share with you, then the rental yield will be around 8%. But this new project will be on a different level compared to anything available in the area. This office complex consists of 6 towers that are connected on a lower level with the mall. So they're building a huge retail center, and anyone who will be working in this office can take the elevator and go down and get straight into the mall. Concepts like that are very limited in Dubai, but they're very much needed. If you look at any global city with extreme weather conditions, that offices directly connected to the retail centers, they're super successful. Take Moscow, for example. They have a huge office hub called Moscow City, which is also connected to a mall. Moscow City has around 97% occupancy rate. Moscow has extremely cold winters, so this concept works well there. But there are also places like Singapore, for example. And there are a couple of concepts like that there, and they have around 100% occupancy rate. No free space at all. So we're talking about a grade A office, which is by design undersupplied. The best type of grade A office, much better compared to everything in the area, and arguably one of the best concepts in the city, and its price is 2 times lower compared to other grade A auctions in other parts of Dubai. But if you don't want to go for an office and want to invest in residential real estate, then my advice is to wait. Wait for several months, because there is a new project coming that will likely outperform any other residential property in Dubai. And our clients who are investing in this budget tier, they are currently waiting. They are putting down AOIs, and we're getting ready for the launch. I'll explain what's so special about this project in a minute, but if you want to learn more about this project and all other projects I'm talking about in this video, you can scan the QR code or click the link below the video to get our detailed analytical PDF report. It contains a lot of detail I'm not sharing in this video. Also, it has all the information about prices, price comparisons, rental projections, and other important data to make an informed investment decision. So just scan the QR code or click the link below, and someone from my team will send it to you. So with the residential real estate investment, the approach is pretty much the same as with any other real estate investment. You want to get a super demanded asset that is undersupplied. And with residential real estate, it's relatively easy. The most desired type of real estate is beachfront real estate. And beachfront is under 5% of all Dubai's residential supply. And in 5 years, when all the buildings that are under construction now will be finished, less than 5% of residential supply will be in beachfront areas. And if you take private beachfront, then the supply is even lower, less than 1%. But there is also one more type, and its supply is 0.3% of all the residential supply in Dubai. And these are beachfront villas. They've been outperforming all other types of residential real estate in Dubai. There was only one issue. They're quite pricey. An average villa on Palm Jumeirah costs around $13 million US. An average villa on Pearl Jumeirah is around $10 million. But in the project I'm talking about now, you can get a 5-bedroom villa, and it's a new villa, for $4.5 million US, or roughly 17 million dirhams. This difference is a massive value gap. It illustrates huge value appreciation potential, and the concept of these villas is pretty unique. First of all, it's a separate island, a private island, with just 150 villas there. So it's a low supply community, which is gated. No one can get there but the residents. And these are villas only. No residential towers, no hotels. So it's super private. Of course, it will have a private beach. And this island is a part of Dubai Islands, which practically means that in 5 or 10 minutes, residents of these Island E villas can get to a mall, dozens of hotels, dozens of top-notch restaurants. And given the price difference with ready alternatives, we see it as a massive opportunity. But if luxury beachfront villas are out of your budget, there are other options too. Let's discuss the next budget tier, $1 million or 3.5 million dirhams. So all the principles we previously discussed are applicable here. So the best properties for real estate investing right now are on Dubai Islands. But in this budget tier, villas are not accessible, so you'll have to go for apartments. The question is, where are those apartments you should invest in? They are definitely not on Palm Jumeirah. It's a super developed area, and the room for value appreciation squeezed down significantly. Definitely not Blue Waters for the same reasons. Palm Jebel Ali is not bad. The thing is that it's only for those investors who think long-term. Investment horizon with this area should be around 10 or even 15 years, because it's too early stage, and the infrastructure will need around 10 years to get developed. So the place to go is Dubai Islands, and it's still a relatively early stage area, but there will be many new interesting projects there. There will be villas on a golf course island in a completely different budget tier. Another island will likely be developed by a single developer. It's not officially announced yet, so don't want to speculate about it, but now the highest investment potential properties are on Island B of Dubai Islands. Because on Island B, you can invest in properties with direct beach access, and the best units there will have direct sea views, golf course views, and sunset views. That's a pretty unique combination, and there are a couple of new projects that will have it. They require slightly different budgets, so your choice should depend on what you can afford. The first one is not launched yet, but it will likely be the most affordable option on the cost line. It will be on the first beach row with private beach access, but we expect prices there to be lower than Miriva by Ellington, for example, that is just nearby. Another project is more exclusive. It's a boutique building in collaboration with Cheval Residences. Cheval is a global hospitality brand, and apartments in this building will be fully serviced, fully furnished, and fully designed. But there will be just 99 units in the building. This is the first concept like that on Dubai Islands. There were no serviced buildings on Dubai Islands before, so we expect it to be very attractive for affluent residents. And investors are gonna have a strong leverage, because there is almost no competition, no concepts like that on the islands. Starting prices in this project are around $900,000 or 3.5 million dirhams. And the interesting thing is that alternatives in other areas, they're in a completely different price point. It's hard to find an apartment that is both serviced and has direct private beach access, but those that exist, they're in the ultra-luxury segment, like one at Palm, for example, and its price per square foot is twice higher than the price of Cheval Residences. Also, one more important fact, normally serviced apartments have limitations on short-term rentals. You usually can rent them out long-term, but not short-term. This is restricted by the developer or the management company. In this case, it's allowed, and the building management will manage your property for the fee roughly 3 times lower than the normal market fee. If any of these projects sounds interesting to you, and you want to learn more about that, or you want to figure out what is the right investment strategy for you, you can reach out to us directly. We help international investors make informed investment decisions in Dubai. We walk you through each stage of the investment process, run all the numbers, analyze the data, and when we find the right deal for you, we help you negotiate the terms and eventually make money on it. If you want to talk with us, you can get a free consultation. There is a QR code on screen and also a link in the description, or you can message us on WhatsApp directly. And now let's discuss the final budget tier, how to invest 1 million dirhams or roughly $300,000. And my take is that I would not buy off-plan with this budget. At least now, there are almost no new projects by decent developers in this budget segment. None of them has a value gap versus ready alternatives. And even for rental income, many of them are not great. There is maybe only one exception in Arjam. They have a promo offer now, so you can have studios there with 4% DLD waiver, 15% discount, and 40-60 payment plan. But other than that, I suggest one of two strategies. Number one, and it's not for everyone, is leveraging bank financing for off-plan properties. Now more and more developers strike deals with the banks, so their clients can get mortgages on off-plan properties after 50% of the payments are made. So you can effectively mortgage 50% of the property price. But I want to warn you that you should use this strategy only if you're 100% sure that you will get a mortgage. So please consult with a mortgage consultant before committing to a purchase like that. And the strategic option number 2 is getting a cash-generating apartment on the secondary market. The bank financing is more straightforward there. If you're a resident, you have to put down 20% of the property price. If you're a non-resident, then your down payment should be 40%. Rates for residents now are at around 4% during the fixed period. Then they go up, so account for 5%. Non-residents pay higher rates. You can assume 0.7% higher than residents. So if you check that you're eligible, ideally got your pre-approval, you should look at properties that generate roughly 6% net rental yield. That's about 7% gross rental yield before service charges. This should be enough for your rent to cover your mortgage payments. And if you'll decide to go this path, one of the most important decisions you're gonna make is choosing the right area. Our video on 7 levels of Dubai areas will help you. We broke them down from worst to best investments.